What is good, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only y'all, King Tyson. Y'all, we back here for another episode. This is episode 8, season 2, episode 8. Y'all, I want to welcome y'all to the Raw and Smackdown. I appreciate everybody for pulling up on me every week, every episode, man. Like I said, every week and every episode. So yeah, y'all, we here for Friday night Smackdown. We're gonna talk about all what went down on Friday night Smackdown, y'all. And guess what, y'all? We got a new United States champion. We're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna talk about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre debacle. Friday night Smackdown. It went down. Put it like that. Friday night Smackdown went down. It was live on Friday. Alright. So enough of that. Anyway, so how was your weekend? Hopefully y'all weekend was stress-free, productive, and hopefully everything went your way, y'all. Hopefully everything went your way during this crazy time, y'all. So as we know, getting closer to the next PLE, y'all. We're getting closer to the next PLE, and that is the one and only Saturday night's main event, y'all, and that is November 1st. So we're gonna make sure we tune in for that. So like Cody Rhodes said, we're on the road to Saturday night's main event. On the road to Saturday night's main event. And I believe Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre will have a match, y'all. So speaking of Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, speaking of them, we're going to talk about them. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about them first because it was a lot that went down with Cody and Drew McIntyre. So before we get into that, y'all, remember, y'all, I appreciate everybody for liking, comment, and subscribing. So make sure y'all keep on doing that. And also remember that we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, y'all. So make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. All right, it's your boy King Tyson. Let's get into it. So let's get into the highlights of Friday night Smackdown. All right, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, y'all. So that came about. It was originally, I believe it was supposed to be Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre supposed to have a match for the #1 contendership. But before that even happened, we found out that Jacob Fatu got his ass beat backstage. Jacob Fatu got his ass beat backstage, y'all. We don't know who did it. I was thinking it was Drew McIntyre. Who else could it be? But I don't see what it could have been. MFT, Solo Sikoa's new crew. Before the match started, Drew McIntyre had something to say. He had something to say earlier in the show. Like I was saying before, y'all. I believe Drew McIntyre took out Jacob Fatu so he could become the #1 contender to face Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. I believe this because, y'all, I believe Drew McIntyre did this because Drew McIntyre would do anything to get his hands back on the championship, y'all. He would do anything to get his hands back onto the championship. So yeah, y'all. So Jacob Fatu's mouth was busted up and his teeth was on the fucking ground, y'all. His teeth was on the goddamn ground. I said, what the fuck is going on here? So somebody kicked his goddamn teeth out of his goddamn mouth. So when Drew McIntyre came out, y'all, Nick Aldis came out as well to tell Drew McIntyre he cannot have this match with Cody Rhodes because of what he done. So everybody's believing that Drew McIntyre took out Jacob Fatu. But Cody Rhodes came out and was like, fuck that. He said, fuck that. We're going to have this match right here and right now. And Cody Rhodes was in his suit and tie. He didn't have his wrestling gear on. So Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre just started to fight ringside and all through the fucking arena, y'all. They was all in the stands in the crowd area. They was going in on each other. So when he finally got back in the ring, y'all, both of them was trading blows. They was trading blows. He said, who is ready to see Drew as the WWE champion, y'all? Who is ready to see Drew McIntyre as the WWE champion? Put it in the comments, all right? So things changed after Cody Rhodes gave Drew McIntyre the cutter, but Cody Rhodes got tossed over the motherfucking barricade. And this was things shifted right here, y'all. Cody Rhodes did the motherfucking unthinkable. Cody Rhodes smacked Drew McIntyre across the motherfucking face with the championship. I was like, what the fuck? So the referee called the bell and Cody Rhodes got disqualified. I was like, whoa, Cody Rhodes is in a DQ. He is the match in a DQ. I said, what the fuck? I was shocked. I was really shocked that Cody Rhodes did that shit. Cody Rhodes was going the fuck off. But Cody Rhodes put Drew on top of the goddamn announce table. And right before he did the goddamn crossroads to Drew McIntyre, the security crew came and saved Drew McIntyre from going through that goddamn table. I was like, there's always gonna be something. There's always gotta be something. The crowd was booing and shit. Said, what the fuck? They should have let Cody Rhodes do the crossroads to Drew McIntyre. So look, so Cody Rhodes was crashing out, y'all. He jumped from the top ropes, y'all. He got on the top ropes at this point. He got on the top ropes and jumped from the top ropes onto Drew McIntyre and the security. It was crazy. It was pandemonium out there. So I believe at Saturday night's main event, it will be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed Championship belt. So that's what I believe. That's gonna be one of the one of the main events for Saturday night's main events. All right. So put in the comments, y'all. Put in the comments y'all thoughts, y'all comments, y'all concerns about Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the championship. Alright, so I think Cody Rhodes might lose to Drew McIntyre because of his movie role, y'all. That's why I think he's gonna lose to Drew McIntyre if that happens. But we'll see, y'all. But we'll see. But my money is still on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So who do y'all think will win when Cody Rhodes goes officially one-on-one with Drew McIntyre? Alright, so put in the comments, put your predictions in the comments. Let's get it. Let's keep it moving. Like I was saying earlier, we got a new United States champion. We got a new United States champion. His name is fucking Dragunov. Dragunov is the new United States champion. So everybody clap it up for Dragunov. Alright. So look, so Dragunov returned, y'all. Dragunov returned and he came back and dethroned Sami Zayn. That's right, I said it. He dethroned Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn went down to Dragunov, and Dragunov, like I said, he's new champion. So how y'all feel about that? So how y'all feel about Dragunov as new champion? Because Dragunov has been MIA for a while now, and out of nowhere he comes back and takes Sami Zayn's championship. Are you fucking crazy? So look, The Miz originally challenged Sami Zayn, but Carmella Hayes, but him and Carmella Hayes still got unfinished business. So Carmella Hayes attacked The Miz just like The Miz attacked Carmella Hayes last week during the Sami Zayn's United States Open. So that didn't matter. So The Miz did not end up facing, as we know, he didn't face Sami Zayn. He didn't face Sami Zayn. So Dragunov came back to the WWE on during his return. But y'all, look. Sami Zayn did not go down without a fight. Actually, I believe Sami Zayn would have still been the United States champion if it wasn't for Solo Sikoa. If it wasn't for the goddamn Solo Sikoa ass. So Solo came out, y'all. Solo came out when Sami Zayn was about to do his finisher on Dragunov. And Sami Zayn took his eyes off of Dragunov. And that's when the tables turned for Sami Zayn, y'all. Dragunov did his finishing move on Sami Zayn's ass. First, he did a flying headbutt to his ass. And then he hit him with the goddamn forearm. And the ref counted to 3. And that was a fucking match, y'all. So congratulations. A big congratulations to Dragunov for being the new United States champion. Alright. So yeah, let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to your boy right here. This is episode 8 of the Raw Smack Talk season 2, man. Let's get it. We're going up in 2025, like I've been always saying. Alright. So look, speaking of Solo, so what's next for Solo? What's next for Sami and Solo? So I don't know why Solo is messing around with Sami anyway, because Solo still got a whole nother crew that's trying to fuck with him. His crew. Solo got his crew named MFT. And the YS6 is right after theirs. The YS6 is right after MFT, y'all. So like I said, Solo Sikoa need to worry about, stay focused on the YS6 because they own his ass right now. The YS6 is on MFT. So if there was a match, which I believe is going to happen, MFT versus the YS6, who y'all think is going to win the match for the tag team championship? I see that match coming real soon. I see it coming sooner than later. Alright, let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Tiffany Stratton, y'all. Let's talk about Tiffany Stratton. Remember, Tiffany Stratton went down to the one and only Stephanie Vacquer at Crown Jewel. Stephanie Vacquer is the new women's Crown Jewel champion. But anyway, so Tiffany talked about her match with Stephanie at Crown Jewel. And she stated that Stephanie took her to her goddamn limits, y'all. She said Stephanie took her to the limits. And that's just one loss on her record, y'all. As we know that Tiffany Stratton has been undefeated for a year straight, y'all. So she said they ain't shit. She's like, that little match ain't shit to me. She's like, plus she is still the women's champion anyway. So out of nowhere, y'all had Kiana James came and she pulled up on Tiffany Stratton and she started to talk shit. And she was bragging about her client, Ilja, y'all. Y'all remember who Ilja is? Ilja is the women's United States champion still. So Tiffany told Kiana, she like, meet me in the ring next week since you talking all that shit. Let's see if you can back up what you was saying. So next week, y'all, Tiffany Stratton will be facing Kiana James in a one-on-one match, y'all. So who will win that match? Can Kiana James walk it like she talking? Can she walk it like she talking? So we just gonna have to see, y'all. So stay tuned for that match next week. All right, and also, y'all, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss are still the women's tag team champions. They still the women's tag team champions. So who y'all thinking dethrone Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss? I was thinking, what if they had Lyra Valkyria and Bayley versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss? So that would be a good match right there, y'all. Put in the comments, Charlotte and Alexa versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Put in the comments, all right? Let's keep it pushing. So y'all, look, what in the hell is going on with Zelina Vega, y'all? Zelina Vega has turned heel, y'all. She turned heel. So Aleister Black, did y'all know Aleister Black and Zelina Vega was married? I just now found that out with my damn self. So Aleister Black and his wife Zelina Vega have teamed up, y'all, to send a message, and the message was clearly sent to Damian Priest. They sent Damian Priest a message, y'all. Aleister Black and Damian Priest have been going at it for weeks now, y'all, tearing each other apart. It was beating each other apart week after week. So now Aleister has Zelina on his side. What is Damian going to do, y'all? What is Damian going to do? Now that Aleister Black has Zelina Vega, Damian needs to get Rhea Ripley back, y'all. Damian Priest needs to get Rhea Ripley back to beat Zelina's ass. So put in the comments, y'all, who y'all think Damian Priest should team up if he doesn't team up with Rhea Ripley. Alright, so that was, y'all. That's all the highlights for Friday Night Smackdown, y'all. That's all the highlights we got for Friday Night Smackdown. I appreciate everybody for pulling up on your boy every week and every episode, y'all. So like I said, we got a good match coming along with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, man. They need to make that match like a street fight or some shit like that. But we gonna see. We are going to see what happens. So new United States champion Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes are going at it, and then we got Jacob Fatu. His fucking teeth fell out his goddamn mouth. Somebody busted his goddamn teeth out of his mouth. And then we got the Y6 versus MFT, Soul Sikoa's family. And then we got Soul Sikoa still fucking with Sami Zayn. So what the fuck? So we're gonna have to see as the weeks go on, as we get closer to Saturday night's main event, y'all. Alright? So that was Smackdown. I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me. And don't forget, we on the road to 10,000 subscribers, y'all. I appreciate y'all every week, every episode. Like I say on every week and every episode. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with the one and only King Tyson. I will see y'all on the next episode. I'm out.